Good morning, everybody. This is Jay, Central Illinois. Emergency garden Paupers plot. Pretty nice morning. Gonna get hot today. 86, but high heat index. No rain for a couple days, at least not measurable. But I'll just kind of walk around here. There's some apple mint. I put it out last year. It's kind of spreading. There's 4 Hungarian wax peppers. They was kind of smothered out. They'll come out of it by fall and make a few peppers. Cabbage coming out of it. I got them moths out of there. Maybe I'll divulge my secret. Maybe I won't. It was contributed to by my wife. I had found something over the years that deterred them a lot. And then she says, well, one day she says, well, just use this. And I was like, I may let that out here. Make sure it works first. A couple Scallop Squash over there. I haven't grown them in a while. My folks used to grow them. I really like them. I'm probably going to grow them every year from now on. The bees are on them like crazy. I was wondering where the bees were because I didn't plant a lot of flowers. Flowers are behind, especially sunflowers. Usually I got sunflowers blooming by now, and that draws the bees real well, you know. But oh well, it's 3 weeks late, so got a lot of squash coming on. You can a lot of male flowers, and the bees are on them, and they're hitting them females pretty good. So good pollination, you know. I was a little surprised, but cucumbers right there, a whole row. I picked one over there out of the little patch. They're a little bit different one, kind of a longer hybrid type. I'm not sure. These on this other side over here market more something. Few marigolds down this side. There's them 3 rows of corn. I healed the first 2. They seem to be shorter than this row out here. I didn't heal, but too, it could be the type of corn. Got a bare spot here on this side. I'm not sure what I'm going to put in here yet, but I guess I better get putting some mulch on it, keep the weeds down, but I won't mulch the corn, so. Yeah, let me kind of move on here. You don't want to see a bare spot in a row of corn, so. Sorry, I'm moving so fast and the camera's probably shaking, but that's the way it is. I get a GoPro and set up and try to make better videos, but I don't know. People tell me they take as much time to do that as they do to plant the garden, and the garden takes up a lot of my spare time, so. And other things take up other times, so. And this isn't the only garden I help on. I help on another one. There's 2 zucchinis. I don't know what's got into that one. I'll look, see if it was a borer, but it's not. Whatever it is deformed that squash. There. I don't know. Who knows? All kinds of stuff goes on. One next to it's kind of healthy. I wonder what that white stuff is on them. Seems like the Japanese beetles don't like that stuff either. Huh. I have found something that most bugs just do not like. Might not kill them, but they ain't gonna stick around. So there's some more marigolds. Them's the short ones. Them's that row of peppers. My grandbaby and I we grew them. Different little method. They seem to have come out really good. I think me and her stumbled on something, so. There's a row of tomatoes. Now you can see I'm right on the edge of the small town. But there's my sweet potatoes. They was doing real well. You could see down here. Look at that. All the way down both rows. Ate them to the ground. What would you think did that? I imagine it's got 4 legs and tan or brown and sometimes has antlers. Yeah, oh well. I'm on the edge of town, but I do believe I'll put me a little stand up there down there in that corner this year. And there's 3 of them. I'm going to eliminate one of them anyway. So there's some pumpkins my grandbaby planted. They're trying to come on. I might add a little bit of something kind of fertilizer to them. I didn't get that horse manure spread out as good as I wanted. I wanted to get double the amount and cover the whole garden, but this fall we'll see. I'm gonna keep putting this hay on here all summer. Build up a big thick layer. Here's all kinds of squash. Looks like I may have a borer in that one. Not sure. If I do, I'm pulling it out. There's some pole beans and wax beans and green beans mixed in that row of them squash just as a filler. And I don't think them borers like them beans very well, so 4 good rows of potatoes there. Well, these 2 here are the small potatoes I saved from last year. They had almost started to vine out. You know, they was growing quite a bit before I planted them, but they seem to be doing okay. They haven't bloomed very fast. Now I planted a row over there on the outside in a row of horse manure, sawdust. They're blooming pretty well. So they seem to be a little ahead of these, but I don't know if the horse manure did that or not. But you can see down that row, there's a bunch of different squash and pumpkins, and they're all setting on. I hope the squash bugs stay away. They're all heirlooms, so you can see where they vine out there on this hay. If you pull them up, every one of them nodes has got a root into that hay. So you can talk about what you want about covering this, but grass hay is probably the best thing you can put on your garden. Now how you feed it, that'll be up to you. But how you cover it, I'm going to use hay. So, not straw. It's got to be grass, can't be alfalfa. You know, I'd like to use some alfalfa, but now it's all got a growth hormone genetic splice. It's like the natural growth hormones that alfalfa had wasn't good enough, so they had to splice some more in there. So I won't use it anymore. I used to use it, but not anymore. Now I will go out in the clover field and pick a great big bushel basket full of the purple clover heads, soak them in some water, a couple other ingredients, and make a clover flower tea. Maybe add a few earthworm castings. There's plenty of them in the ground here, so the clover tea will work pretty good. You can spray it right on the plants, dilute it anyway. But I don't use all these methods every time on everything. I just experiment a little bit here and there over the years, and tweak it here and there, make new ones. There's a few beets. I should have fed them a little more than what I did. And when you get some rainfall, they'll come on well, or good, I say. But right now, beets I think were a waste. But there's 2 rows of onions. They're trying to come on. I mulched them yesterday. I hadn't mulched them. And I come along here along the tomatoes, and I mulched up under them real good, trying to keep the blight and stuff down, the splash from the dirt. My grandfolks used to do that, and they never staked their tomatoes, and they didn't never have blight and stuff. So maybe they was on to something. Here's that weird tomato. Got them blooms all over the whole thing. I don't know what's doing it to it, but I don't know if it'll be viable or not. We'll see. But yeah, that's that row of tomatoes. There's a row of carrots. They're coming on pretty good. And another row of cabbage. There's that row of peppers, and then them potatoes I planted in that horse manure along the edge. This was some of them mesclun greens. Somebody got the seed. I'm letting it go because really what I want to do is save this purple mustard. I think that's what it is. And then this seed. I'm not too fond of the rest of it. Maybe save some of this, and I think that's kale. The rest of it, I'm not going to save none of the seeds. I'll save the seeds out of the rest. So, a couple sunflowers. There's horseradish, watermelon. There's watermelons, cantaloupes all over too. So, kind of wish I'd put a few more, but I don't know. I got the hoe out and I'm looking at seeds. So, autumn, fall's coming. I'm going to have to replant some things. Hope I get what I didn't get in the spring. But well, the sun's starting to break. I've been over here since about 4 a.m. I had me some coffee on the fire and a couple bratwurst. Waiting on the neighbor to come by, but he didn't come by, so I got an extra bratwurst. But y'all have a good day. I've babbled long enough. I hope you take time and watch this video, share it, and ask questions, and comment. Thank you. Have the greatest day ever. Peace.